Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you how some missing data can cause issues with the dashboard that you have purchased. So this video is for people who have been using this or may not be using just because there are some issues. So I'll just go through the common issues that you may face. This is one of the sheet provided by one of my customers, and he was having some problems. Basically, the data was not displaying; it was not getting refreshed. So first thing was the missing master data. So in case if you have master data, you have entered all your master data. Make sure your employee names and locations and the rates are all entered properly. The employee start and the end date may not be that relevant in this case because it does not gets used anywhere in the formula, but the track and employee id which gets generated, it has to be unique number. And also, as I mentioned before, you cannot have a blank record like this. You see this little tiny corner. So if it has anything like that, that means you have blank record. It will cause issues, so just make sure you do not have any blank record here. Okay. Next is similar to that, we have the project master table where there should not be any blank record, first of all. And secondly, there should not be anything that is missing the critical data here, the project number and the capex is capex or opex, but start and end dates do not have anything to do with the calculation. So this is still okay if you don't have anything here. Next is the skill master where you define the name of the skill and then you associate the employee with the skill. So this one should also not have anything vacant or any empty row. All right, the next thing that I have noticed here is the weekly allocation. So in some cases, what happens is the available capacity. If you have the available capacity defined for some of your resources, but you do not have the start or end date, or you don't have the available number on the weekly hours, then also it causes issues and you will get the error messages. Next thing what I have noticed was the project demand. In this project demand also, I've seen some cases where the details were not there, like the name, the project name was there, the id was there, the skill was not added just in this case. And also the task name is just for the reference, it does not do anything in the calculation. But the start date and the end date and the weekly hours, these data needs to be maintained properly. If you don't have anything or something is missing, then that will cause the issue. So make sure that you have the data maintained properly here as well. Finally, we get to the project allocation where you have the resource name and the project name, and then you have the project code. So here also make sure that you have the start and the end dates entered properly with the allocation hours. And these allocation hours are actually weekly hours during that time frame. So if from 1st of April to 9th of 30th of September, if you have 20 hours of allocation for that particular resource in that project, then that means every week from this start till that end date you have 20-hour allocation for that person. So here also it's important not to have any vacant row or anything that is missing from the columns. So here, otherwise you will still get the error messages. So once you have each and everything in place, then you can go back to your dashboard and use that data and refresh all button to refresh the data. One thing I have noticed also here is that in some computers, especially when you have an older version of Excel or 32-bit Excel, it does not have enough memory to refresh the data behind the scenes. So if you are getting that, okay, memory issue or RAM issue, then talk to your IT administrator and try to get an upgraded version of Excel, or try to get a newer laptop because the RAM may not have sufficient memory to handle the calculation that happens. I hope this works out well for you. And just in case if you find any issues or any problem with this sheet, if it is not working for some reason or the other, reach out to me and I'll be able to figure out and help you in identifying the issue with this and addressing those issues. Thank you again for your time. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Thanks and have a great rest of your day.